Hi, welcome to Mike's Diabetes World. Well, I do videos, try to do it every day, and I do have a few days ahead of when I post them. But one thing I do want to stress, and this could go for anyone, and I was going to do it outside, but it's got a little too warm for me, so I came in under my fans and cooled down. We need to all make sure that we keep cool during this period. The nights are not going to get as cool as they normally do, so we don't have the chance to cool down. In here, I have fans going. I don't have air conditioning. So, what are you going to do? Now, I have a home health worker who comes in and they're going to bring supplies for keeping cooling kits, I think they call it. And it's important that you find ways to keep cool. Now I know, and granted, last year we had a heat dome and that was extremely bad. The temperature was, I think, pretty close to 40, and the number of people died. And BC is trying to make sure that it doesn't happen again. So, what should you be doing? Well, at night or early in the morning when it's coolest, open up all your windows, get the air into your apartment. Then during the day, you want to make sure your blinds are down, that you keep a fan going or some sort of to keep the air cool in your apartment. Don't kind of just come in and then, oh my God, it's so hot in here. And a lot of people don't know when they're starting to suffer from heat. One thing is, I heard that you don't feel like yourself. Well, I never really could understand. You don't feel like yourself. Well, who do you feel like? But that, and there's vomiting from the heat, there's heat exhaustion, heat stroke, all these things are medical emergencies. And the best thing that you can do in these times with the illness out there or the virus out there right now, and your own conditions if you have diabetes, if you don't, wonderful, but you want to make sure you're drinking. And I'm talking water. You have to get the water into your system. Now, I'm not great for drinking water. I mean, for me, the water has to be ice cold. And a lot of times, you turn on the tap, it's not. Keep water in your fridge. Whether you have the nice little Brita system or not, you want to make sure that you have water in the fridge. Get an old jar, fill it full of water, have it in your fridge. Get your body temperature down. Don't let the heat get to you. And I'm not talking for anyone. It's also important for those with chronic conditions. And yes, type 1 diabetes is a chronic condition. And if you don't take care of it, you're going to end up in worse trouble. So, take care of yourself. It's not that difficult. If you're going out, make sure you are wearing cool clothing, and If someone mentions to you that, oh, you're not acting yourself, well, maybe you should be making sure you're cooling down. I know there's in the lower mainland, there are cooling centers. If your apartment or house or whatever is extremely hot, you can go to one of these cooling places and they'll cool you down. But, if you're working outdoors, hopefully employers like the city governments and such will make allowances and make sure that their workers are covered. Now, I don't mean covered in illness covered. I mean getting the fluids they need. I know a lot of us have chips on our shoulders, so getting out and telling your sorry, I lost my train of thought. Getting out and making sure that people who live alone are taken care of. They're also asking mental illness or elderly should be taken care of if they're living alone. Now, I know I was talking about this earlier and I went off on a different tangent, but last time when we had a heat dome in the lower mainland, people were sitting down in our garage. Now, our garage is below ground. It's a typical apartment garage, but people were sitting down there just trying to cool down. So I think we all have to be aware, and just because people people need to show that they're strong. You don't need to worry about that. If you're feeling sick, if you're headachy, and you don't normally get headaches, if people are telling you and you're not acting like, I don't usually act like that, why is this happening? Make sure you sit down, get a fan on, get one room, and like I do, have all my fans in the one room to keep that room cool so that you can sleep at night. I think it's important that anyone, whether you're diabetic or not, like I said before, that you take care of yourself. We want to make sure that you're drinking water. Some people swear on Gatorade. I personally, and I was saying that I don't like water unless it's really cold. But I had made Kool-Aid we put in the fridge. It's out now and I'm drinking that. I don't feel extremely hot right now. So I'm not really worried for today. Tomorrow is supposed to be the hottest out of the days. But could be close to 30 in the lower mainland, which is extremely warm for us. And this is going all across North America. We're going to be where there's more heat. So, drink. Keep drinking all the time. While I process my videos, I'm drinking water. Beer, alcohol doesn't cut it. You need to make sure it's water. It doesn't have to be cold. If you like tea, drink tea. But that's getting your fluids up. That's doing nothing for your core temperature. So, if you like tea, maybe you should try some iced tea. You can get sweetened, unsweetened. Kids, make some popsicles. and have those available. I know I used to make a whole bunch of pops. I used to put them on an angle and let them freeze, and then they add the other liquid on top, and I get funky colors. Yeah, it was fun. But suck on some popsicles, water, Gatorade. Now, Gatorade for a diabetic may be too much sugar, but there is I think it's called O2. But Gatorade does make a sugar-free one. But make sure you read the label and see if there's any carbs. Just because it says sugar-free doesn't necessarily mean that, or someone's told you it's sugar-free doesn't necessarily mean it. So be careful, Larry. Read your labels. I hope this helps, and make sure you stay cool. Do what you can where you can. Check on the people who are alone and don't have anyone checking in on them. Call them, go visiting, whatever is comfortable for you. Stay cool. Have a great day. Bye now.